Wasabi gangsters. We're mixing it up today. All right. I'm going to do the writing thing again first. I'm going to talk about that first. I'm going to get that out of the way. I felt like doing that last week kind of helped me navigate the experience a little bit better. So, I mean, it's a little earlier in the day now, so we have a little bit more light, which is nice. So don't expect any ums this time. At the end of the video, if you were here last time, maybe you remember, maybe you don't, might or may not be awkward. So if you're here for just my reading stuff, stay tuned. Oh, I forgot to put a timestamp in the video last week. So there you go. I'm just going to not promise that but there will be talk of my reading, which I have here at the end of the video. So getting into writing, the ARCs were sent out. So if you are still interested in getting an advanced reader copy, a digital advanced reader copy, and being a part of the giveaways starting May 10th, leading up to the release of the book for the physical ARCs, you can go ahead and fill the form out in the description below, and or go to my website, sign up for my newsletter. I think fill the ARC form out first, so that way I have your email and I can send it to you directly, and then that way you guys can get access to the digital copy that will be available until June 1st, and then it will be that's going to go down. No more ARCs will be available through that. I also did a NetGalley submission. I'm just going to be setting up my profile there over the next few days. We got some reviews coming in terms of some marketing stuff that I'm working through. Kirkus is one of them. I don't know if you guys have heard of this one. You essentially pay them. They give you a review and you choose whether or not you want to publish it, which means that it can be negative, it can be positive, either way. Like you're not paying for a positive review, you're just paying for their eyes on it, and then you kind of just are winging it, hoping that they like it. And if they do, great. If not, then they don't. And that's that. So there's that. There's NetGalley, Book Sirens. My ARCs are up on there, but I don't know how that works in terms of you guys having to pay. So again, if you're watching these videos every week, you guys are here for the updates. Just fill out the form. I'll send you the link, and you guys can download the EPUB file for the advanced reader copy of Mercy, Tears of the Fallen. In that regard, the early alpha readers for book 2 are currently close to the end of book 1, and I'm getting texting them and hearing their feedback, and it's really cool to just listen and kind of hang out and chat about the story that I wrote. It feels really good to do that, and it's kind of surreal to be in that experience. Zachary Shea, he's reading it right now. He's really enjoying it. We're talking. Sam is reading it now. Slay's reading it now. And then I have 2 or 3 more people who have already read it, who are going to be who aren't in public eye for sake of influencing or posting, booktubing, whatever. They will be ready for book 2 come early May, and I'm really excited to get that out there and get some feedback and hear people see how that story goes is after having read book 1. And then I mean the ARCs are out there, and it's cool to start sharing it with the world. It's definitely vulnerable. I definitely feel a little nervous. It's nerve-wracking sharing something you work so hard and you work on for so long in solitude, really, and sharing it and seeing what people think. I don't know. It's crazy. I'm sure there's gonna be people out there who end up not liking it just because I don't know. Who knows? Who really knows? I mean, you sort of expect that as time goes on. And not every story is for everybody, and just having that feeling, kind of going through the motions and being in this experience currently, just to give you guys kind of like a look through the mirror or screen or whatever. It's surreal. It really is, and it's exciting. I'm nervous, and But yeah, book 2 revisions. I have 4 chapters left. If you guys are interested in the word count, the exact word count, I post that up for free on my Patreon every Friday morning at 9:30, and it will also be going out in my newsletter on my website, which is also in the link below. So you guys can check that out. And if you're interested in the writing updates I give on there, a little bit more nuanced, and I have like a little more freedom to just sit there and type. And I usually do it at the end of the day on Thursdays, and it kind of helps me unwind and kind of reflect over the past week of work that I've done on whatever projects it is or has been that I've worked on or I'm working on. Now, book 2, there's a lot going on there, a lot of emotions that I'm going through in terms of the story and where it's at. I have notes of what I need to do before the early rounds of edits that I'm going to be finishing up before the end of the month. And again, the goal is to start drafting book 3, so I can start getting the ball rolling there, get 30 to 50,000 words before I go back to book 2, and then that's just kind of like to, again, I like knowing what's going to happen next a little bit, at least before, getting a rough idea of where we're headed. And then, it helps. And I know, in terms of, like, I'm a discovery writer, so that's what I mean by that. I know where the story is going to end. I already have parts of book three, like beginning and end, in my head planned out. But you don't really know until you figure out. Like, I know where the characters are at the start of the story, and I know where they're going to be at the end of the story. And now it's about figuring out kind of point A to point B and seeing how that develops. And I'm really excited because part of me really wants to get into that too. I really want to see what it's going to be like. Going through book three and being in my world, and the changes that it's gone through from books one to the end of book two, and experiencing it really. So yeah, that's all the writing updates, guys. Now we're going to get into some reading. I'm not going to say, if you're here for the writing updates, you can click off, because we're on the reading now, and it's book two, and that's what we do. We talk about reading and stories. So myself, actually, I'm going to talk about Prophet of Edan first. I am, I believe, almost 100 pages into this puppy right now. Loving it so far. Love getting back to this world. Love the writing of this story. I mean, it's awe-inspiring. The beauty of the story and how it's being told, and the method of telling. This is a series that I absolutely recommend you pick up. I'm reading it a bit slower because I do have to prioritize A Fool's Hope, since we have a conversation next Friday, and it's Thursday right now, and I'm only about 250 some odd pages, and 200 pages, sorry, 220 pages into about a 500 some odd page book. So I need to finish that one by next week. And my reading has been slow, so I'm trying to really prioritize that. But Prophet of Edan has been really good so far. I love the new aspects of the world that are getting introduced, and essentially the scope and how it's increased so far. I like seeing the different cultures that we're being introduced to, and just how they operate, and then the different. We're starting to see some factions kind of unfolding, not unfolding in a negative way, but like we're starting to peel back the layers of some of these factions and these characters, but I'm really enjoying so far. And then we have, I don't have the cover loaded up on my Kindle for some reason. It's got newspapers, so I'll talk about. This is A Fool's Hope. This is the naked hardback, by the way, of the broken binding editions, and I will be. That's where I'm at right now. Just about like 30, probably 35% of the way through that puppy. I am listening to that one and reading it on my phone on the subway. And then also I sat on the couch and I read this bad boy today a bit. I like how the chapters in this one are short and punchy. We're going to talk about it next Friday, I believe, either on my channel or Alex's channel. So just stay tuned for more news with that as that comes out. Yeah, this book so far has been really good continuation of the first book. The characters that I like in this one, and the evolution and how they've grown and how some have regressed, is it really enjoyable for me. I like. I find I'm liking the characters in the second book more than I like them in the first, and I liked them in the first fine. But I didn't realize how much could be unlocked by Mike Shackle's writing. And I'll actually show the spine there so you guys can see the title. But yeah, Full Soap. Loving it so far. I can't actually wait to have this conversation. I know Jake said that there was some, not, he still enjoyed it, but I know that he said that there were some, I don't know, issues or things that he needed clarity on. And I'm actually curious to hear what those things are in our spoiler chat. So yes, we will be chatting about A Fool's Hope next week on Jake's channel with the Red Company, myself, Alex, Chris from Beater Book Beast, and Jake from Nerd Level Rising. So I'm happy. Actually, no, I'm not going to say anything. So, Crimson Fire. Yeah, I know, right? This by Abel Montero. I haven't touched it this week. Unfortunately, again, A Fool's Hope taking priority over everything has kind of slowed down my other reading. And then, of course, all the marketing things, the annoying. It is really annoying, by the way. Like when you want to share your story, you do have to go through those alleys or whatever, I don't know, networks to kind of start processing and figuring out how to make sure that you can chat with your story with as many people as possible. And that's what I'm doing. I really want to chat with a lot of people about it. So I'm trying to get it out there. So that has taken up a lot of my brain space. Therefore, the Crimson Fire has unfortunately paid the price of that. But this is just sticking with me of what I've read so far, about 3 chapters in. I'm loving Abel's writing. It's really immersive, and you really get a feel of where you are. And I like the setup that we're getting early on, and I cannot wait to continue this one. I will probably be trying to burn out a chapter a day of this if I can over the next week. I think after book 2's revision round is done, I'm going to actually put down my hands on the keyboard for a week and just really try and catch up on writing. I'm going to try and finish Prophet and Crimson Fire after book 2 stuff is done. I only have 4 chapters left of book 2 to revise. So, and I know I'm tying into my writing right now and talking about reading, but it does play a role, and it does affect my schedule. So it's important for me to talk about, because I want you guys to be in the loop and be as transparent as possible about it. So, because I know a lot of people watch BookTube to hear people's and live through people's vicariously experiences with story and see how they're experiencing it. I mean, I do that myself. I love doing that. So yeah, I want to share that with you guys, because I put my book down for a week and I'm able to catch up on Crimson Fire and Prophet of Edan. Then I can finally get into Reaper's Gale and get back to my Malazan journey, which I have been eagerly awaiting to get back to. Not against anything that I'm currently reading, just because I really want to finish Malazan. I think I might put down other stories for a little while to focus in on Malazan and really binge it. But we'll see. I said that before. I don't know if that's going to be possible. I know J.L. Odom's of Blood and of Salt. A Blood and by Salt is a book I really want to pick up, as is Anna Smith Sparks' a Bronze Sword of, oh crap, I'm getting the name wrong. So I'm not going to do it justice. Anna Smith Sparks books that Philip Chase read recently. That one, those 2 are pretty high on my list in terms of books that I want to get to. But we'll see how Reaper's Gale goes. And if it feels like I need like an escape a little bit from the Malazan world, not to like, if it just like process, then I will go into those books. So just a little mini TBR for you guys. So that's all. I mean, I'm trying to think about other channel stuff we got going on. No conversations or anything other than the Red Company stuff coming up. I'm chatting with a lot of people offline in terms of like my book and getting the book out there and having conversations. The physical books will be coming in, which I didn't report in the beginning of this video, but the physical proof, the first physical proof of Mercy, wow, I should have by next week, and I will show it in the video. You guys can see it. It'll be really cool. I'm so excited. I got my pictures in there, fortunately in the paperback, and we'll see. So before the mass order of mailers that I have to send to some early readers, and as part of the giveaway for everybody else, I'm receiving my proof copies so we can make sure everything looks good and the formatting is pretty. So I'm so excited to get it. I am not doing the red foil stuff on the early edition advanced reader copies, simply because like the expense is kind of crazy, double the cost of the book. I'm open to doing that in the future for a different edition hardcovers, or maybe like a pre-sale hardcover that I do for the month of June and July on my website. We'll see. Just any ideas you guys have on that, please leave in the comments below, like what you're looking for. I know you guys have seen my cover, so what aspects of the cover do you think would be cool with foil? The red part, some of the white, the cracks in it. Let me know what you guys are thinking. My brain says the red, because I love red, and that's just how my brain works. There's a lot of red in my book. It's just how it is. So yeah, I definitely had another thought that escaped me as I was talking about my reads. Yeah, and that's all we got, guys. That's all we got, folks. Oh, the Discord channel. See, there it is. I found it. So the Book Street Boys Discord channel, put together by Christopher Navo and Preacher over at Preacher Reads. We have a Discord. I always leave that link in the description below. Go head over there. We talk in the general chat. We just hang out. My Mercy Alpha Readers chat's over there. So if you guys are intending on becoming an Alpha Reader for the second book, that can be some discussions that we have over there in regards to Mercy. But ultimately, it's just, we want to hang out, chat story, and it's a really good time over there. There's some characters that hang out in the general chat. We just it's fun. It's fun conversations over there. So yeah. That is the update for this week, guys. The writing update, the reading update, the channel update. I'm grateful for you guys who come here every week. Please leave in the comments below everything that you've read this last week. Leave a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're hanging out here for the first time, or you come back every week anyways. There's some stuff with the Sun Eater book, Broken Binding editions that I'm actually really excited for. They're announcing on their Twitter and Instagram. And yeah, I think I'm going to go get a slice of pizza. I think that's where I'm at. Yeah, I'm really bad at ending videos. Not drunk, sober. So I think I'm just gonna do this every week now. That's what you guys got to put up with. Boy, you must be uncomfortable. I'm fine. When you like taste, taste your breath. You're like, wow, it's the end of the day. I need to either drink more water, or I'm just gonna go get this. I'm just gonna get this slice of pizza. Stop talking. You're uncomfortable. I'm not. All right. This has gone on too long. I could end this at 15 minutes flat. How's that sound? Cool. You guys got 3 seconds? All right. All right. I'll see you guys next week. Thanks for hanging out.